A program in Dallas County that was supposed to take guns out of the hands of domestic abusers has basically all but failed. CBS 11 I-Team reporter Brian New joins us with details about a new plan that some criminal court judges, we understand, say will work better. Brian?
Yeah, Doug, federal law states people who have been convicted of family violence or anyone subject to a protective order cannot have a gun. The problem is the law doesn't specify who should make sure this happens. So 3 years ago, Dallas County asked judges to make sure abusers surrender their firearms. By now, the county had expected to have collected nearly 3,000 guns, but so far in 3 years, only 116 have been confiscated.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant guilty of capital murder.
Herbie Bowser, because of a protective order, should have never had a gun. But he had one that night in August 2013 when he went on a shooting spree, killing his wife and 3 others. Ferdinand Smith should have never had a gun either due to a protective order. In January 2013, he shot and killed his estranged wife. Rodolfo Vargas also killed his estranged wife with a gun despite a protective order that forbids him from possessing a firearm. In each case, the system failed, and now the I-Team has found the Dallas County program that was started because of cases like these has so far failed as well.
Do you own any firearms?
3 years ago, Dallas County started a gun surrender program. The concept was simple. Whenever a judge issued a protective order or a defendant was convicted of family violence, a judge would order the abuser to turn in their guns to the sheriff's office. So far in 2018, the program has collected, on average, less than 3 guns per month.
I think most people would say this doesn't seem like it's working.
Look, I'm disappointed by those numbers. Thank you for coming.
Back in February, just days after an I-Team report exposed just how few guns the county's program had collected, Mayor Mike Rollins held a news conference where he called out judges to do a better job at enforcing the gun law.
Simply put, our elected judges must be more proactive, and they're not doing a good enough job.
For the mayor to say that, it's insulting and it's disheartening.
Dallas County Judge Shequitta Kelly says she was taken back by the mayor's comments. She says it's not the judge's fault that the program isn't working.
Sir, you've been charged with a Class A misdemeanor assault family violence case.
Every domestic violence offender that goes before Judge Kelly, she says she tells them they're not allowed to have a gun.
That means after today, you can no longer possess firearms, handguns, or ammunition for the rest of your life. Do you have any of those items?
Kelly says the problem isn't the judges. The problem, she says, is offenders often lie.
It relies on the offender to tell us whether or not he has a handgun.
And this is why Kelly is working on a new program, one she says will give offenders a financial incentive to tell the truth. She's proposing in exchange for their guns, judges could reduce or eliminate fines and court fees.
If you want these guns off the streets, sometimes you got to be creative.
If that's what it takes, I'm all for it.
Rollins says he welcomes new ideas, but also says the current gun surrender program, with more support from all judges, could work as well.
Do you still think that this is the solution?
No question.
But while local leaders are still searching for a solution, the problem goes on. In June, Pettis Gage was arrested for the murder of 36-year-old Jacqueline Davis. Police say after an argument, Gage shot Davis at this home in South Dallas. The I-Team found Gage had been in trouble with the law before. He pleaded guilty to a family violence charge in 2014, a guilty plea that by law should have kept him from having a gun.
The key is not to point fingers here. The key is to get everybody on the same side saying, well, how do we need to build a system so that men that hit women, choke women, don't have a chance to shoot women with their guns.
Judge Kelly hopes to roll out her incentive program sometime next month. Meanwhile, city leaders have formed a new committee with the single mission of finding better ways to get guns out of the hands of domestic violence offenders.
So clearly no easy solution there. I mean, there's no cookie cutter deal here. Have you looked around with investigating the story at other communities that maybe have had more success than Dallas, let's say, and maybe it's something they could look at and go, hey, wait a second, that might be a good idea?
Yeah, so up in Seattle, they also have a gun surrender program, but their program also includes the police department. The police department has a task force that goes out to ensure that those offenders, one, that they were telling the truth and that they've turned in their guns. we have heard that that is one program that Dallas is currently looking at.
So something to look at from outside of our own walls here. Brand new, very interesting look inside. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.